Okay, and we're live. This is Doc Williams with the Toolkit. Again, happy Friday. We're going to do back-to-back videos today talking about your gym needs. So today we're going to be talking about how to create great systems to create success in your gym. So how to create systems to create success for your gym. So there's two different ways we're going to be talking about it today. Number one, we're going to be looking at your standard operating procedures, SOAPs, that are found in your gym, and then how you do customer acquisition, or how do you get new clients. So the first one is SOAPs. How do you create standard operating procedures? Well, the first thing that you need to find out is, what are you struggling with? What are you struggling with right now, like me talking? So is it you're frustrated that you get a bunch of different leads, but once they get in the gym, they don't know what to do? Or say, for instance, the front desk, no one knows where everything is, or you're constantly struggling to find a better way to keep everything organized. You need to first create a list of what are you struggling with and what are your frustrations and why. Okay, so that's going to be one list. From there, then we build a system to address each sequence. The other thing besides creating what are you frustrated with, find out on the opposite side of the list, what are you doing really well? What seems to be working? What are people saying about your business? Okay, so what are you struggling with? And then what is your procedures right now, from the time someone finds you on Facebook or calls you to when they sign up for your gym. The second thing is that we're going to be talking about is getting new members, customer acquisition. How are you going to do that? The thing is, a lot of times as gym owners, we do things haphazardly. We got into fitness a lot of times because we're passionate about it, and now we are gym owners, and now we're actually running a real business, and we miss a few steps. Believe me, I've done it myself, and talking to countless other CrossFit owners and other gym owners, it takes a lot of practice. So if you look at other established brands such as Gold's, Anytime Fitness, 24-Hour Fitness, Lifetime Fitness, the list goes on, they always have a way to do a standard operating procedure, how they're reaching out to a customer. Now, those are good. They're tested, they're true, I'm fine with that. But one thing that you can do, because you're a small business owner and because you own this business, you can be a lot more personable, and you can really talk to the customer at a basic level as a conversation. And by doing that, you actually become closer to them. And they're going to probably stay with you a lot longer than in a big box where they're just stamping a name and number on them, and then they're going out, because they're only going to see them for about 4 months or so. And then they're not going to see them the rest of the year. And then when it's winter, they're going to see them again. What you want is active members that constantly are in your community, contributing to other members and contributing to the environment that you're crafting at your gym. Now, the way that you're going to do that is really building that relationship and touch points right when you talk to them. So once you get them on the phone, making sure that you're using their name, scheduling the appointment and confirming with them, making sure you're there on time, making sure that they understand how to get to your place. And then when they get there, making sure that they feel the energy, they feel the personality of the gym. And if they decide to join at that point or not, making sure that you start the relationship with the touch points via email or callback. I like email later on. Now, these emails or touch points is not you trying to acquire them as a member, because if you've put out your best foot forward, they're going to remember that when you talk to them anyway. So what do you need to do? You need to make sure that you're giving them valuable information every time you talk to them, or based on their personality and things that you learned on the tour or the first time that they were there for their trial period, that you're dropping that in their information. Such as, if they tell you that they're training for a 5K, that they're really struggling with that, this is their first 5K, and they don't sign with you, instead of beating them over the head and saying, you're not going to win that race, you're not going to even finish if you don't sign with me. What about just giving them tips that you saw online, talking about nutrition, pacing, tips on training by themselves, saying, I was thinking about you, hope the race goes well in this amount of time, whatever it is. I was thinking about you, and here's an article about it. Or say, for instance, you know that they're struggling with nutrition. Instead of saying, if you're here, we can dial that in, we can really have results. What about sending them recipes, showing them innovation, or quick Instagram videos of someone making a recipe that's interesting, that's something that they mentioned. That personal touch, that will make them be reminded of you, and then they're going to be more apt to sign with you at a later time. Remember, this is a long game. If they don't see you, they're going to probably hear about you again, or someone else they might have in mind might see you. So remember, you're going to be as personal as possible with them. And then the second part is, remember, the referral game. If it might not be a great fit for them, don't forget that they have friends and they're going to be thinking about you as well. So possibly asking them, or saying, if they bring up their friend, don't go fishing at the end and say, hey, this isn't great for you, can you send 5 of your friends? But if they mention someone else or a family member that might be interested, remember, just always passively say, oh, you can stop by, schedule an appointment or something like that. And just have it low sales, but allowing them to have you top of mind. Remember, this is a game of them trying to remember you and associating you with a certain feeling. If every time they see your number on the phone, they get agitated or they don't want to talk to you, you've done something wrong. And just like an email, if they see it as a newsletter blast and they're like, oh my God, like, I don't care, I'm not part of that gym. But if you're saying, hey, I was thinking about you, I was seeing this article about you personally. It's not a chain, it's just something very personable that will go a long way for your clients to be happy and for them to not only join now, but also be an advocate to talk about you to others as well. So remember, we talked about standard operating procedures for your gym, finding out what frustrates you and see where you can do better as a gym, and also writing down what you're doing right now, comparing the two, and then you can check out the gaps. What are we missing? So the standard operating procedures. And then also we're talking about client acquisition, making sure that we get leads and actually convert them into members. So again, it's Friday. We're going to be hustling hard as we go into the weekend. So comment below if you have any questions. Hit us up on Instagram at The Toolkit Agency, or check out our page, thetoolkitagency.com, or message me at doc@thetoolkit.agency. So we'll see you next time. Next week is going to be a big week. We have also Jessica Webster on deck talking about her webinar, building out a team when you're just one person, how to do that. And then also we're going to be at the Arnold's 2017 at the end of the week. We're going to be on the Arnold Summit, the very first premier panel about giving resources to trainers, to also business owners, how to up their game in the business world, in the fitness business world. And then also I will be giving the talk on how to hijack trust, how to market like a human again. So if you're in the area in Columbus, Ohio, make sure that you message us. We'll get you in. And if you're going to be at the Arnold's already, come up and say what's up. We'd love to see you. All right, until next time. Bye-bye.